If your rent takes half your paycheck, people are going to tell you that you have a spending problem. Stop buying coffee, stop eating out, cancel Netflix, make a budget. Here's the problem. You can cut every one of those things and still be broke. Because when half your money disappears the moment you get paid, you don't have a latte problem, you have a math problem. And today, we're going to fix the part of that math you actually can control. Let's say you make $15 an hour. That's $31,200 a year before taxes. After taxes, you're looking at roughly $2,270 a month. Sounds like a paycheck. Until rent shows up, let's say rent is $1,300. Congratulations, you just spent 57% of your take-home pay without buying a single thing. You haven't eaten, you haven't driven to work, you haven't paid for your phone, you haven't had a bad day. You just opened the front door, and more than half your money is gone. Now take out groceries, gas, health expenses, and suddenly something really important happens. The math doesn't work. You're not failing to save. There isn't enough money left to save. And this is where most money advice completely falls apart. Because here's the advice you've heard your entire life. Never spend more than 30% of your income on housing. Okay, but what if your rent already costs more than 30%? Are you supposed to negotiate with your landlord? Are you supposed to tell them, "Sorry, Dave, the internet says I can only spend 30%. You can't budget your way out of a number that doesn't work. So we need a different strategy. This is why I don't want you obsessing over the little stuff first. Let's say you buy a $5 coffee every workday. Cut it out. You just saved roughly $100 a month. That's not nothing. But now look at your rent. $1,300. Your coffee was costing you $100. Your housing is costing you 13 times that. So if you're spending 3 hours hunting for ways to save $8 on groceries while ignoring a $300 difference in rent, you're fighting the wrong battle. The biggest expenses deserve the biggest attention. And that's the first rule of saving when you're broke. Don't start with the smallest expenses. Start with the ones that can actually change your life. But there's another problem. Even if you find another $200 or $300 a month, where does it go? Because if you wait until the end of the month to save what's left over, there won't be anything left over. That's why we're going to do something that feels almost stupidly simple. Forget trying to save $500 a month. Forget building a 6-month emergency fund. Forget becoming a millionaire. Your first goal is $50, not $500. $50. And you move it the same day your paycheck hits, before you pay for anything else. Why? Because if you leave that $50 sitting in checking, you'll eventually spend it. Not because you're irresponsible, because money that's available gets used. So make it disappear. Paycheck arrives. $50 automatically moves to savings. You don't decide. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't wait to see what's left. It's gone. And here's the part that makes this work. You're not trying to save enough money to change your life. You're trying to save enough money to change your behavior. Because the first $500 isn't about getting rich. It's about getting your first little piece of breathing room. Think about what happens when you have nothing saved. Your tire blows. $400. Your car needs a repair. $600. Your kid needs something unexpected. $300. And suddenly you're putting it on a credit card. Now you're paying interest on an emergency that already happened. But imagine having $500 sitting there. The tire blows? Annoying, not catastrophic. That's the difference. If that's the first time saving has sounded possible, hit the like button. That's how I know these are landing. So don't make your first goal, "I need to save $10,000. That's too far away. Make it $500. At $50 a month, that's 10 months. Could you get there faster? Absolutely. But we're not building a plan for your perfect month. We're building one that survives your worst month. And once that $50 transfer becomes automatic, then we attack the big expenses. Because this is where you can really change the math. A roommate, a cheaper apartment, a different neighborhood, renegotiating insurance, changing your phone plan, moving closer to work, finding a way to earn another $200 a month. Because saving $50 is useful. Saving $300 every month changes the game. And if you can lower your biggest expense by $300, that's $3,600 a year. You don't need to find $3,600 worth of coffees. You need to find one big leak. So if you're sitting there thinking, okay, but what do I actually do? Here it is. Step 1, open your bank app. Step 2, set up an automatic $50 transfer. Step 3, schedule it for payday. Step 4, build your first 500. Step 5, once that's running, attack your biggest monthly expense. And here's the rule I want you to remember. Small expenses help you save. Big expenses change your life. If rent is eating half your paycheck, you're not going to fix your life by giving up every little thing you enjoy. You need a system that works even when money is tight. Start with 50, make it automatic, get to 500. Then go after the big numbers. Because the goal isn't to become perfect with money. The goal is to stop every paycheck from disappearing. And once you can keep your first 500, you can build the next 500. Then the next. And eventually, something really strange happens. You look at your bank account and realize you're no longer starting every month at zero. That's when saving starts getting easier, and that's where the game changes. Subscribe and I'll show you the next part. We build that first 500 from zero on this same paycheck.